A huge thank you anyway to all of you for coming, and also to the Sustainable Soil Alliance for putting on this event and putting it all together really. This is our second event. I know that many of you came to the first event, which was a tremendous gathering where I did say that soil was binding us together, and it still is, and in fact it's getting better, and I think the more research that comes to light, the more we hear about this issue, the more we really do realise that that old adage is true. The answer really does lie in the soil, and particularly where sustainability is concerned. And when we had the first event, it was really as a result of a sort of matter of urgency. Many people thought that soil was the sort of Cinderella story. Air was getting lots of attention, water was getting a lot of attention, but really soil was the forgotten ecosystem. And given that how important it is for all of these things like healthy food, erosion, flood resilience, carbon storage, carbon capture, biodiversity, all of these things, it's amazing that it has not received more attention, but the great good news is that the realisation that it is so important is now coming to the fore, and we've had positive messages on the environment pouring out of Defra really since the summer of the autumn, since I think Secretary of State Michael Gove's been there, but also because of the raft of good work that was going on underneath that has come up to the fore. And I'm very delighted that I'm in that team myself as a Parliamentary Private Secretary, to Therese Coffey, the Environment Minister, and to George Eustace, all of whom give their support for today. And Therese sends a great message of goodwill and support, but can't be here because she's in the Cobra meeting, and she would definitely have been here, but rest assured I'll be feeding back to her. George Eustace, who we've really engaged since the last meeting, we've had a private meeting with Source Sustainability Alliance with him. He's absolutely on board, and he will be calling in during the course of the event, but he's got to be in the chamber for the Chancellor's statement, but he will be here, and hopefully we'll get him to say a few words, because I'm sure you all know, since that time as well, the Prime Minister launched the 25-year Environment Plan, and there's a section in it on soil. I'm sure you've all got it next to your beds, but it's, you know, I have it here if you haven't seen those pages, so it's absolutely firmly in there as a commitment to improve the health of our soils, with money committed for research and all of that sort of thing. And in addition, 2 weeks ago, the Agriculture Command paper was launched, and again, there's a real commitment to improving soil health in that command paper. So that's what makes today very exciting. I think we've gone past the stage of highlighting that there is a crisis, and that's absolutely not to say that our farmers and landowners, many of them are already doing great work. Being a farmer's daughter myself, and being brought up on a mixed family farm, I know that it's so important never to alienate these people. They are the lifeblood, they are the workers on the land, and we have to engage them in everything we do. And we're going to hear some really good examples of what farmers are doing and what more they could do today. So, as you all know as well, we've got the great opportunity now, because we're leaving the EU, we're coming out of the CAP, and this is the, I won't say once in a lifetime opportunity, but it's an enormous opportunity to replan the whole way we manage our land and our land use, which is why we can start to address these issues like soil. And it gives us, if there's any good thing about leaving Europe, and I was a Remainer, this is it, and we need to build on it. And certainly with all the people in the room and all the people in panel, that is exactly what we're doing. And it's time to stop generalising, but to get what I would say is some meat on the bone now about exactly what we want and how it's going to be done and how it's going to feed into these two plans that I have announced. And I know that when George Eustace comes, he'll say that's what he wants. And he gets the message, but he wants actually the how-to. Soil might not be sexy, but it's certainly under the spotlight now.